Farmers across the state are making progress in the fields this growing season with planting well ahead of the average pace for a number of crops.
So USDA's latest progress report came out on Monday, and both corn and soybeans are between 40 and 50%. And that's well ahead of the 5-year average. It's also well ahead of where we were at last year. So we're between 40 to 50% on planted for those and 5% emerged on those. Sugar beets are almost completely planted. I believe it's at 98% planted on sugar beets, and they're about 70% emerged. And then when we look at where we're at with wheat progress, we're talking anywhere from like Feeks 6 to 8 is kind of where we're at the statewide. So it's still in that jointing stage, but that's also when we reach jointing is well ahead of the 5-year average for that as well. Some of the attitudes dependent on where you're at in the state. Across the center part of the state, people want rain. The southern part of the state, they've had some rain lately and are looking for it to dry out so they can get in the fields. But overall, especially in comparison to the past couple years, it's been a pretty good planting season. We had that warm weather early on that helped warm the soil up so folks could get out. The soil conditions are good. Even where it's dry, there is moisture there still in that first couple inches, so you're still planting into moisture even though that the ground itself is dry. And technically the state's in a drought, but we do have some moisture there, which is good for this planting season. We are in a lot better shape than other states, especially like the Great Plains, the Northern Plains. I know North Dakota, I think it's 85% of their state is in extreme drought. And there's some of the states out there that have stopped planting even because there is no soil moisture. So we're in a lot better shape. I could see a need for forage later this year, as some of those states that have a lot of cows maybe don't have grass. Some of those states that, maybe plant some of the same crops as us. There's some wheat that's spring wheat not getting planted because of the drought. So all those things could come into play later this year. The markets really haven't started to trade what they call a weather market yet because it's still so early. But as we get later into the year and they start trading more of the weather, we may see those impacting some of the markets. I think the biggest thing at this point now is stay safe in planting. Stay safe out there working. Conditions are set to turn around here. If you were waiting for warmer soils and warmer temperatures, those are set to turn around here. So people might be kind of burning some of the midnight oil, and we just want to wish everybody a safe planting season.